Alright guys, NMRC here with you guys. Let me tell you the reason why I changed it to from 505 RC. I kind of feel bad like robbing somebody's name. There's already a guy that had that name on YouTube and he hasn't updated in years, but doesn't make it right for me to use that name, if that makes sense. So that's why I went to NMRC. I want to be different, have my own name, my own label, I guess you can say. But anyway, that's why I did it. That's why I finally changed it. I've been meaning to. I've just been lazy. But anyway, sorry it looks like a bomb blew off up in here. But yeah, this is the paint scheme I went to go with. Sorry, Rigo. I was going to do forest green, bro. But, you know, like we were talking last night, we're ballers on a budget. Or crawlers on a budget, if you will. So this is the paint I had laying around. So I did it black with the white center stripe going down her, and you know, it looks pretty good with gift wrapping tape to mask it off. It's gotten a little bit of blemishes right here on the lip, as you can see on that body line. Need a little touch up, but hey, it's gonna get scratched in anyway, like my wife always says, so why worry about it? See, and then the masking tape didn't block that piece off there, but hey, all in all, with gift wrapping tape right there, that's what I used to mask it off. It's not too bad, and then a piece of PVC pipe to post it on and paint it, and it's clear coated. That's why it's so shiny. Even the bed. Now, there's that. Let me see if I can set it down without it falling on me. Here's the motor, and as you can see, it's all black, but I'm gonna paint the tranny aluminum, and then everything else it says to do, silver, water pumps on there, I'll paint that too to make it look aluminum. It's full motor, oil pan and all, as you can see, somewhat in those dark. Fits right in there. Servo doesn't even come close to touching the oil pan, which is nice. So I can glue the motor in there, be cherry, won't have no drive line because, you know, all this stuff right here will be in the way. This is how it's going to sit in the truck. I'm going to put Velcro on the battery and Velcro it underneath the bed of the truck, so it's going to sit just like that. The ESC, I have it literally screwed in. I put screws into the ESC so it can't come out. It won't move. Took the front post, took them off, put them in the rear posts that are already on here. And let's see here if I can find the piece here. I chopped the ends off of this. This is supposed to be an ESC tray right here in the front. I chopped off the legs per se as nuts to hold the shocks in on the front. I did them on the back, but I was able to screw them into the shock hoops. Instead, I like the angle of the shocks are not too far forward and all that stuff, and dropping the truck down too low. It is going to sit tall, unfortunately, so no, you never see a lifted GMC Sonoma, so why not? I would like to screw holes right in this arch, just like these little holes, and move these shocks to right about there, because the front end is a tad bit too tall than I like, and having it down here at this hole, if we can get it to see it at this hole, it's too much angle for the shock, and the front end just wants to lay full droop, like flat all the time. Then I can't have the motor in there because it'll hit. So I want to get my drill bit, screw little hole on the arch on both sides, of course, and mount my shocks right about there, so I still got a good angle, and still have it springy. You know what I mean? The spring will still push the axle down like it is right now. Because if you put it there, you push it, it's just gonna stay. It won't even try and drop when you have the truck on the ground or on a surface. It won't spring back up on its own like this. Watch. Sorry, I have too much junk everywhere. But see how you hold it, and then it just springs up. for the most part anyway, just like the back. So when you have that much angle, it just lays all the way down. It doesn't even try and, go up. So I'm gonna have to oil these shocks up a little bit. For some reason they're a little stiff, maybe from the dirt and the water. I was also hearing that these aren't waterproof, and I looked on the box and I don't seem to see it saying that, so I guess it's not. But if you watch some of my latest adventures with this guy, as you can see, there's even dirt in there on that, what is it, the crawler plug or brake, whatever, for the drag brake on it. Has dirt on it, or mud, I guess you could say. I submerged this thing in water, and it still works just fine. So I don't know what the deal is with that. Servo still works great. Only issue I had is the servo horn came loose, but I cranked that baby down. I might even glue. It's like a two-piece horn. See that? It's like a servo saver for some reason on this little guy, which doesn't make sense to me. But I'm thinking about gluing this horn to that horn because the whole thing will still slide off the servo itself. So I might do that, maybe not. Right now it's not a big concern. Another thing I want to share with you guys, you know how it has that tilt brace back here? To tilt the body, you'll just unclip the front and then you tilt it like a funny car. Like that. I cut it down to where it'll fit onto the bottom of the bed there, and those two holes back there, that's what they're for, to screw it onto that. And unfortunately I used those to cut it, not a Dremel, so it didn't give it a true flat surface to glue it together, and the glue is not strong enough to hold it anyway, so it broke. So that's how come I did the body post on the back like that. I'm letting all this stuff dry. I just painted it today. Painted that interior / subframe. I'm gonna leave the seats white. Oh, where are they? There we go. I'm gonna leave the seats white and put them in there so it'll make it pop in the interior. I know I should have more white, like the door panels and etc., but I have white paint, so I might do the door handles and door panel pad and pockets or gauges, and we'll see what happens when I get there. Another thing I'd like to share is this little truck comes with a net and roll cage. So, oh man, I should have did that. I'm an idiot. I should have did the roll cage white like I did this net, but I forgot I painted it black. So, oh well. But I'm gonna have the white net tailgate on there like that. Boom. And then here's the exhaust. I don't know if I'll get this big piece to fit in there because it is too big, but we'll see when I get there. And then yeah, there's some of the stuff: the dash, the belt system, radiator hoses, shroud, front valence or rear valence, probably like a roll pan, gas tank. I'm gonna try and put the gas tank on there. There's the firewall. Just all the necessities for the engine compartment and steering wheel and whatnot. Oh, there's the roll cage right there. There's the regular tailgate. There's the roll cage. I should have left it white, but I did this on the last minute type basis because I'm broke and had to replace the water heater in my house. So that took up $600, so I wasn't able to go buy paint other than this is the paint I had laying around, and I had a clear coat laying around. But I figured I'd give you guys a nice little update. I'm going to start painting the pieces to the engine, like the valve covers, the intake, airbox, blah blah blah. Paint this silver and do it just like the instructions say to do it, and we'll have that beauty sitting in there like that. And while we're on the topic of this guy, sorry, Microscale Garage, haven't gotten with you to buy a blazer body, but I'm for sure gonna buy one. But like I said, my water heater went out on me, so times are tough right now. But I want to get that body for the barrage once I order the axles. Sorry guys, I haven't ordered the axles, but I have the extra ESC right there and the radio right there for it. I just need to get the axles, don't have the money yet. But anyway, Microscale Garage, I'm gonna buy one. And I watched your video of you redesigning the Blazer, or I guess the Chevy truck technically, that looks just like this, but, you know, mini scale. I would, with your motor, how big it looks when you set that motor plate right in front of your hood. That motor plate looks like it goes from here to here to this body line, and your cowl induction hood is only here to here. And since you already have this natural body line lift to the body line, I would do the cowl like you said, like a slope, and then like that, you know what I mean, and still have this body line in the center of that cowl. Once you make the cowl and have it go like, have it come up and real smooth, and then up and over, like, let's see if I can do the right hand movement here. I'll go up like that, and then like that, and then if you still want that curve to it, or just straight, but from this body line, I'll go from this body line and then make a curve like you're saying, and then have it go like that, and then, you know, and then still have this body line right here on your cowl induction hood, still coming down the center like this is done, but from here to there, have it start, so that way that motor plate that you have, it'll definitely clear, the hood will close and clear that plate. That's what I was meaning in my comment to you on that. So yeah guys, I mean, I don't know what else to talk about on this episode here, but it's gonna have the full interior. Oh, which speaking of, I barely had to notch it out a little bit on the floor, so I don't know how I'm gonna cover that. I probably won't, because it's gonna blend in since it's painted black, but both seats will fit in there, the seat will clear, so I will have a full interior, unlike the Barrage that I did that Chevy body on. And yeah, took it off, and I accidentally like broke some of the stuff to it, so that's why it's not on there. But as you can see, comes with the net tailgate, the roll cage, the aftermarket rims, but I'm not running that stuff. See, the motor's all black with the silver brake master cylinder and reservoir, and firewall's white. Oh wow. And then silver intake, airbox, part of the filter, and the AC right there. You know, I'm gonna put this push bumper on there, which is white. I'm gonna keep it white. Put that on there to make it pop on the front end. And I don't know, guys. Hopefully you like the paint job. I mean, if not, oh well. At least it's on my rig, I guess. But at least you can get an idea of what it would look like if you two-tone it this way. And I'm going to put the fender flares on there. I don't know where they're at, but I left them white. Oh no, I left them in my jeans. Uh-oh, I gotta check the laundry. But anyway, I should paint those black, so that way you get black arches through there and gives it more of a accent instead of just white on white, you know what I mean? Give it more contrast, maybe. I don't know, we'll see how it looks, and then I'll go from there. But anyway, there you go, guys. There's a nice little update of the little pickup. I need to touch that up with black paint right there, because I had the tape over that wrapping around the rear there. But I'll touch that up with regular black paint. Bleh. But yeah, thank you, Micro Scale Garage, for the shout out, man. Appreciate that. Everybody, make sure you check out his channel. He's 3D printing a lot of cool stuff for these little rigs, and even the Orlando Hunters, the 135 scales, if I'm correct me if I'm wrong. The Land Cruiser, I believe they have, the F-150, Raptor. He makes a lot of scale stuff, 3D prints racks, all kinds of stuff, anything you want scale. He'll print it out. He's good. He's making really good quality stuff. He's getting better every day. And yeah, there you go, guys. That's another episode from NMRC, and we will see you again. Sorry for the mess again. Just tornado mess all over the place, everywhere. You know, all my junk is just everywhere. I need to clean this mess up. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in, and I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will be hopefully assembling this guy then tomorrow or the next couple days. Maybe by this weekend I'll post up another episode of it with it on the body, or the body on the frame, so you can see how I did it and all that stuff. So alright guys, thanks again. See ya.